Okay, so I know I look like total crap right now, but I really don't care. Anyways, the first question I have is, do you still talk to your first love? Actually, I don't really know what you consider first love. Like, is it the first person you had sex with, or the first person you fell in love with? Well, I lost my virginity aged 14 to a guy named Sean. Don't talk to him. The first guy I ever fell in love with, we spent 2 years together. Well, 2.5 years. His name was Benji, and I was 16, and I don't talk to him either. And matter of fact, both of those people are blocked on any social media sites I have. Okay, question number 2. What was your first alcoholic drink? My first alcoholic drink, I'm trying to think. I know I always got into like my mother's Seagram 7, but I don't think that was the first one. Um, the Seagram's ice, the ice, it now tastes like crap to me, but that was my first. Okay. What was your first job? Uh, Stripping. If I want to be honest, stripping. I never really had a job. Okay, what's your first car? I never owned a car, and I'm not really gonna tell you what kind of car it is. Then she gets really stalking me, but my mother gave me her Camaro years ago. But okay, what was your first? Who was the first person to text you today? My mother, of course. She's the first person to always text me every day. Who was the first person you thought of this morning? Well, I always think of my mom. Not that way, guys. Okay, get your heads out the gutter. Okay, I always think of my mom because I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gonna text me. I know she's gonna text me today, and boom, here comes her text message. And if she don't text me, I get worried and I get scared like something happened to her. Okay, who's your first grade teacher? I believe her name was Mrs. Watkinson. I cannot really remember. Where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? I never been on an airplane before. Okay. Who was your first best friend, and do you still talk? Okay, I don't remember my first best friend's name, so obviously we do not talk anymore. Okay, who was the first person you talked to today? My mother. I know yours are like, OMG. Okay, what was the first thing you did this morning? I actually got up and went straight to the kitchen and grabbed myself a Gatorade and yogurt. Okay, what was the first concert you went to? I actually do not remember going to any concerts. So probably like the only type of concerts I've really been to is like the free ones hosted by the Metropolitan Parks and everything. So, okay. First broken bone. I was about 4 years old and it was my right arm. First piercing, my ears, if you want to be like that, but first piercing, my nose. I had this done since I was 12 years old. Okay, for first foreign country you've been to and never been out of the US. First movie you remember seeing. I don't really remember a whole lot from years ago, like movie wise, but I remember watching Sandman, and it scared me because I was only like 2 years old, and this guy can turn to sand and go underneath doors. And I heard that it was like a Marvel comic or whatever, but I don't know, it scared me when I was 2. When was your first detention? Oh my gosh. Okay, my first detention, I was in, what grade was I in? I was in 7th grade. And my heels were too big apparently, because they said that they couldn't be over 3 inches. Well, my heels, the stilettos I wore to school, were 5 inches tall, and I got detention for it. And I had to stay in there until my mom brought me some socks and tennis shoes. I really didn't see a problem with my shoes. Everyone loved them. They were cute little sandals. They were not stripper shoes. They were sandals and they were made like that. And they were really cute. That school was just way too strict on shoes. Okay. Now, I don't even think they were like 5 inches. They were like shorter than that. Okay. If you had one wish, what would it be? That's kind of like a hard one. But if I had one wish, it would probably be to meet my idol, even though people say you're not supposed to meet your idols. I would want to go meet Hugh Hefner. Okay. But not just like for 10 seconds, more like stay for a week at the mansion. Okay. What is something you would learn if you had the chance? Really? I'm not so sure. I haven't really thought about that. Maybe play the guitar better? I don't know. Okay. Or how to cook. Maybe that one's better. Okay, learn how to cook. Okay. What were the first lessons you ever took? None. No lessons at all, unless you guys are talking about school. But other than like wrestling or gymnastics, whatever, nothing. No lessons. Nothing. And I'm not good at editing, so this video is kind of ghetto with me having like my computer, look at the questions and everything. But like, share, subscribe, comment, leave nasty comments. I don't really care because they all intrigue me and they all just give me comedy. Just, something to laugh at. So, bye, bitches.